this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to beautiful Boone, North Carolina, Kid Brewer Stadium, home of the App State Mountaineers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida Atlantic Owls. Taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mountaineers will put total leather and we'll get started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Handoff from the gun.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And if you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big third down. They'll leave it with him. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
The kick is on its way. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Takes a handoff. It's Cruz. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, App State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Wilcox. At midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. There he goes. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the grab. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Mountaineers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Might as well give it to him again.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Behind his tight end. Knocked off his feet. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what?
Turning it on! He has the first and still on his feet. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gonna run it, it's Cruz. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Appalachian State. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He breaks it and runs through another guy. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Appalachian State faithful raising the roof and trying to help the Mountaineers on 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Makes the catch. Good, solid tackle.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
The misfire on the 49-yard field goal attempt sets him up with pretty good field position at the 32. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
Split backs here. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The short hands, it's Wilcox. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Wilcox. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. They're trailing by just 4 to Colorado State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there. But give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Wide open downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quarterback extends the play. Wide open, he makes the catch. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The screen, he's got wheels. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll immediately call timeout. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Mountaineers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle.
Back's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And it's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the 1st half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Going to try to get it himself. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead. He lobs one high down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together.
All kinds of room to the right. The 40. The 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Owls.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Quickly to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Runs through the tackle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
24, Florida Atlantic, 17.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going.
Looking deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He'll take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. And he won't get there. The defense shoving him out of bounds just short of that 1st down.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
To the air on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Stevens. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Running to Green. There he goes. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Here comes the heat. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Punt is in the air. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They'll give it to the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And here comes the offense on second down. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Mountaineer! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Turning it on. The 40. The 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here with a big lead in the game. They're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
The give on the inside. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, App State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you've got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him. That's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the 4th.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call.
Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the route is on. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. LSU is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on the coaches show this week? They're trailing by 29 to Kentucky. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Looking downfield on first down. It's picked off and another empty drive. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. So the touchdown will stand. Penalty on the defense waved off, and the points go on the board. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Florida Atlantic, 24.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
We'll take over. First and 10.
Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Second down, he'll throw it. The quick out. Across the 25, he's got room. There he goes. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got it.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And this QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. He'll set up to throw. Right down the middle. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Line is set on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught behind the line. It's Wilcox. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got his man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got the quick pass. Powers through the defender. And without that spin move, I'm not sure he would have gone very far at all, but a solid pickup on the play. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. DB's right up on the receivers. Third down play from the gun. Looking for the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Caught. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats.
Turning it on! Final corral, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Cruz. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.